Hey guys, welcome back to another watch review. As always, it's me Ivan, and today I'll be showing you the latest release from Zelos. This is their new blacktip model. It's almost entirely made of grade 2 titanium, and I'm literally blown away with how great this watch is. My review sample has the Mosaic Mother of Pearl dial, and it's definitely one of the most impressive dials I've reviewed this year. The new blacktip models are about to become available for purchase on the Zelos official website. There are just a few hours left. Usually these fly off the shelves in a matter of minutes, but this time most people should have a fair chance in getting one since the production has been increased. I believe there are about 400 pieces of each color variant, which sounds quite reasonable. However, I still advise you to act quickly, especially if you are aiming for an aventurine or a Mother of Pearl dial. A quick look at the packaging, guys. Receiving a Zelos watch is always a pleasure. The overall presentation is excellent. This year Zelos started shipping their watches in a leather watch row, and I think it was a great decision. The quality of it is decent, and you can use it as a travel case. It's a 3-slot watch row, and it can even fit watches that are significantly larger than the blacktip. This is the first time I review a Zelos watch that's not part of the Hammerhead collection, and the thing I immediately noticed is that this one is way more compact in comparison, and as a result much more versatile. The case diameter is 41mm, the lug-to-lug is 47.5, while the thickness is 13mm. Since this watch is made of titanium, only the case back and the clasp are steel, so it's fairly light. Sized for me, it weighs only 125 grams, and as you can see, it wears beautifully on my 17cm or 6.7-inch wrist. It's comfortable, it's perfectly balanced, and it looks stunning with this blue Mother of Pearl dial. One of the reasons why the blacktip is so nice when it comes to wearability is the titanium bracelet. It's an H-link style bracelet with solid links and end links which are fully articulable. The end links are female, and so you get a true lug-to-lug of 47.5mm, and they attach to the case via quick release spring bars, which allow for the bracelet to be removed in a couple of seconds. On top of that, guys, the quick adjust clasp is amazing. As I said in my Hammerhead 3 review, it's very similar to the Omega clasp, it works flawlessly, and thanks to it and the short links, you'll be able to get a perfect fit. Finally, the bracelet's finishing is fantastic as well. There are beveled edges on the sides of the links, and they really make this watch feel premium. Speaking of premium, the case is also superbly built, and just like the bracelet, it's satin finished with polished beveled edges. It's worth mentioning that the case and the bracelet have a hard coating applied on them, which is rated at 1200 HV, so getting scratches on this watch won't be very easy. In addition, the domed crystal is made of sapphire, and the screw-in crown and the case back make for a water resistance of 200 meters. Design-wise, the blacktip reminds me of two watches, the Seiko 62 Mass and the Citizen ProMaster divers that I reviewed in my last video. I don't consider the Zelos to be an homage of any of those, because the only obvious similarity I can find is in the shape of the case. But even if it were an homage, I wouldn't care, as it's a great looking piece. And as I'm sure you have noticed already, the Mosaic MOP dial is gorgeous, so let's have a closer look at it. It's a very unique dial, guys. There is no other way to put it, and besides the obvious, I don't really know what to tell you about it except that it looks truly amazing in person. I've had a few watches with blue dials over the years, and I still have 2 or 3, and they're nothing like it. I mean, they're beautiful as well, but in a different way. I don't know, perhaps the reason I'm so impressed is that this is the first time ever I see a Mother of Pearl dial in person. It's just so eye-catching, and on top of that, it's perfectly executed. There are no imperfections, no misalignments of any sort, and all the elements work together very well. I absolutely love the choice of hands and our markers, and if you look closely, you'll see that the 3, 9 and 12 markers resemble the hour hand. Another nice touch is the color matching dates wheel and the matching Mother of Pearl bezel insert. For you to get an idea how different the blue color of the black tip is, here it is next to my favorite Seiko, the SOA023. The SOA023 has one of the best looking blue dials I've ever seen as well, but the Zelos dial looks a bit more lively. I'm not saying that it's better or worse, it's just different, it's fun, and once again, very, very eye-catching. Next, here's a quick look of what to expect when you wear this watch in the dark. All Zelos watches I've reviewed have been great when it comes to lume application, and the black tip is no exception. The handset, the hour markers and the crown have been generously filled with Super Luminova C3, and so they glow very bright for a very long time. Another aspect of this watch that's really worth mentioning is the bezel action. First of all, the bezel is very easy to grab. The resistance is spot on and the feedback you get from all the 120 clicks is very positive. However, the thing I like about it the most is the way it sounds. This must be the loudest bezel action I've ever experienced. It's so loud that when you play around with it, people start looking at you as if you were setting up a bonk timer. Honestly guys, just have a listen. It's so much fun to use, I love it. And in case you wonder, the alignment is perfect. Last but not least, you should know that the new blacktip models come with a Miura 9015, which is a movement that I have a lot of respect for. It has 24 jewels and a power reserve of about 42 hours. It's also a higher beat movement, 28,800 VPH, so you get a smoother movement of the second hand in comparison to the Seiko NH35 that we are so used to seeing in micro-brand watches. In terms of accuracy, it's also great. According to the spec sheet, it's rated at -10 to +30 seconds per day, but the accuracy I'm getting from this specific watch has been much better, +6 seconds per day. And with this, we've pretty much covered it all, guys. My final words are that the Zelos Blacktip Mosaic MOP dial is one stunner of a watch. It's also one of the most complete watches I've reviewed this year. Everything, and I mean absolutely everything, from the packaging to the design and the build quality is truly spectacular. But hey, that's simply my opinion, and now I would like to hear yours. So feel free to share it in the comments section down below. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if it's the first time you come across my channel, consider subscribing. Take care, guys. I'll see you in the next one.